Hello there, and welcome to day 7 of the NFL Mock Draft Series by BBA Sports. Today is the Washington Commanders as they retool around a healthy Jaden Daniels as they make a playoff push for the 2027 playoffs. Come enjoy the video. Welcome, my fellow NFL draft fans. Today is day 7 of the NFL Mock Draft Series, and today is the Washington Commanders. This is BBA Sports, and let's get into it. Just a reminder, we'll be using the superstar, the dependable starter, the shaky starter, the quality backup, the fringe backup, and the practice squad players as our rating system for the projections of the picks. The Washington Commanders picks for this year is for their first round pick, they have 7th overall, a 3rd, a 5th, a 2 6, and 1 7th. So, for the Washington Commanders, first round pick, 7th overall, they select Mansoor Delane, cornerback from LSU. I have him as a dependable starter. I gave him an A minus for a ranking, and this will be one of the greatest. This is one of the greatest holes that the Commanders needed filling. Let's. Their cornerback room was very lackluster last year, and adding a starting caliber cornerback that can start day one is going to be very great for Dan Quinn's team. For example, they have Trey Amos, Mike Sanistil, Darius Rush, Nick Bellorn, and Avik Robertson as their cornerback room, and adding Mansoor Delane to be one of the starters is going to be great for that team. Their their third round pick is Malachi Fields, wide receiver from Notre Dame. I know I've taken multiple players multiple times, but again, I'm doing a mock draft for what that team would be, and I'm using a draft system that I just sim the mock to that player's pick, and whoever's on the board I take. But this is Malachi Fields. I'm really high on Malachi Fields, as I've stated in past episodes. But let's take a look at their the Commanders' wide receiver room. They have Terry McLaurin, a good, solid starter. They have Treylon Burks, huge question. Luke McCaffrey still needs to put some more time in. Van Jefferson, good backup, but not a starter. And then the rest of the team is chance people or guys that are good backups. But they need someone to be a number 2 to pair with Terry McLaurin, and that can be Malachi Fields. Malachi Fields will create a good 1-2 punch for Jaden Daniels for this year. And, well, if Jaden Daniels goes down and Marcus Mariota has to step back in, he'll still have a good 2 receivers that he can throw the ball to. But Jaden Daniels, with his being able to rush around in the backfield and do things outside of structure, having a receiver like Malachi Fields to pair with Terry McLaurin is going to be very useful. Hey everybody, just before we continue the video, please like the video below and subscribe. That would be amazing. I would greatly appreciate it. And my Pothos would too. Thank you. Please continue the video. For their 5th round pick, I have them taking Nadami Tucker, edge from Western Michigan. I have him going as a quality backup, a C plus. They have a decent defensive line. Definitely some older guys, but adding in some. Again, I like it when teams have several edge rushers that they can rotate in and out, and that's just my personal opinion. And adding another guy that can rush the passer is going to be really good. Again, he's really good at pass rush. When watching his tape, I really liked his pass rush game, but he definitely has to work on the run game if he wants to ever become a starter. But with his time in college, I see him being a quality backup specifically because he needs to work on his run defense. If he works on his run defense, I feel like he could has the potential to become a dependable starter. Their next pick comes from the sixth round, which is Alex Harkey, offensive guard from Oregon. Again, another quality backup. He is an older player, yes, but he does have a lot of experience to go into this room. He can become a starter if needed, but I feel like he'll definitely bring good backup offensive guard to this team, and he has played tackle before, so he can be either a tackle, a swing tackle, or a guard. But that's Alex Harkey, their sixth round pick. Their next sixth round pick, I have them taking Kajon Owens, running back from FIU, again another quality backup. I have Kajon Owens as a good short yard running back. Again, 5'10", over 210 pounds. When you need to get those 2 or 3 yards, hand the ball to Kajon Owens, and he'll get that short yardage. Because you have running backs like Rashard White, Jerome Ford, J- Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, who they really liked last season. And then, but they already have a good, what seems to be three running back room, and adding Kajon Owens to compete for that yardage running back is going to be very interesting for going forward. But that is their sixth round pick. Their final pick of the NFL draft is Devon Eastern, defensive tackle from Minnesota. I have him as an A minus, and here's why. And I also have him as a shaky starter, and here's why. Devon Eastern is going to be a very specific as a very specific nose tackle. He's not going to be anything else, but he's really good at being a nose tackle and giving the Commanders a good solid nose tackle for when they wanted to have a nose tackle in the game, pairing him with Odafe Owe, Javon Kinlaw, and several of these other pass rushers that they have. He can be a good solid nose tackle that takes out either the A gap, that takes out the A gap, so that these other guys can then rush the passer from the B gaps. All right. Now, that is the Washington Commanders draft. I gave them a B minus. Yes, they didn't take a lot of high starting players, but definitely getting younger at these backup positions and adding a good cornerback for the defense and a good wide receiver for the offense is a good necessity to have filled. Again, having two dependable starters, three quality backups, and two of them could become two starters. And then a shaky starter is a really good draft. Again, there are some other players that I felt like I was a little bit higher on. But I definitely wanted to address these backup roles once getting into the fifth and sixth round because, yes, there was maybe some better players who are a little bit more uncertain about versus these guys I know can at least be quality backups who could become shaky starters, if not dependable starters in the future. But that is day 7 of the NFL Mock Draft Series. Come back tomorrow to watch the Saints episode. Thank you for watching and peace.